In Lakesh and Veritas, with honor, respect, and gratitude, everyone. Welcome to our High Frequency Living Divine Nation workshop tonight, here on the Low of the Sun YouTube channel. Tonight, we will have a group call for the Truth Divination card reading and explanation. So feel free to join in with your comments and questions in the chat. So a few announcements before we get started. High Frequency Living offers live streams which focus on high frequency living topics like meditation, breathwork, wellness, and nutrition, of the sun classes and modalities like quantum light property clearing, soul translation, light body movement, and many other high frequency topics. I am Diane of the Sun, owner of Enlica Studio One, a franchise of the Sun. We offer quantum light property clearing services, Truth and Tea, the call for the Truth Divination card readings, and other services and products. And our highlighted product tonight is the rose water from Of the Sun. And if you were with us a couple weeks ago with Lauren of the Sun, we talked about flowers and frequency, and she mentioned that the rose has the highest frequency in nature. And then this rose water has that frequency, but also a high frequency of elevation from Laota. So it's an extra high frequency rose water. I have some in my diffuser right now. I spray it and use it on my face, on my body. It's an all-purpose rose water. So if you're interested, you can order it at inlakeshstudio1.com, or you can get it also at ofthesun.com. And if you're looking for some clarity with a situation, like if you're moving or considering moving, or a job change, a relationship issue, book a personal call for the Truth Divination card reading to get some insight into what is the truth of your experience. Our Truth and Tea service is a personal call for the Truth Divination card reading of 1 card, 3 cards, or 9 cards, depending on how deep you'd like to go. These cards can bring clarity to a situation by clearing confusion. Clearing is also healing, so it's a healing process as well. And this is available as a remote service via GoToMeeting, or in person if you're in the Atlanta area. I'd be happy to meet you somewhere. So if you're interested, you can register at inlakeshstudio1.com, or you can send me an email at info@inlakeshstudio1.com. And tonight we will be doing a group reading, so you'll get an idea if you're not familiar with the cards. So join us every Wednesday at noon Eastern for a midday meditation and sometimes an elevated conversation with another of the Sunner. And each Friday at 7 p.m. We do the Divine Nation workshop some Fridays, and sometimes we have the Inlakesh Studio One Evolutionary Book Club. And our next book club will be March 6th, and we will be discussing the book, The Golden Compass. And this book is very pertinent at this time, even though it was written a while ago. It still has a lot of good information and help for us as we're maneuvering our times right now. This book was, at some point, it was banned by the Catholic Church and some others. So it'll be an interesting discussion. And also, there is a movie and a like a TV series. I think it was on HBO, so you can check both those out. That was called His Dark Materials. So I hope you can join us for that discussion. Of the Sun has the ongoing light body movement the first 4 Sundays of every month. And you can join us this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern as we continue the exploration of our solar plexus chakra. This is the focus for the whole month of February. Our, our solar plexus is our sun. We are solar beings. We're encouraged to spend time in the sun and bring forward the sun into our solar plexus and into our bodies to assist us. So, this membership is a great way to be introduced to and enhance our of the sun practices, ideas, modalities, etc. It is only $45 a month for access to all sessions, live and recorded, and all materials and meditations and activations. And there is great power in the meditations and activations when we are within the group energy. So I encourage you to join us. And also, when you join, you have access to not only the current month, but you have previous month's information as well. And this is the second time we're going through the chakras, so there's quite a bit of information out there. So you can register at ofthesun.com. And Tavares is teaching the DNA activation this month, and it started yesterday, and yesterday was actually the activation portion, and it was also a healing audit if you've had your DNA activated already. And it was such an expansive session for me. I have had my DNA activated, and I've continued to do the DNA healing audits often. But last night was quite different. It was very deep. And also, he has brought forward some more information that made things much clearer. So thank you, Tavares. It was a wonderful, wonderful session last night. And Tavares will be teaching the energetic protection and defense class in March on Thursdays, March 12th, 19th, and 26th. This is a prerequisite class for the next Quantum Light Property Clearing Level 1 class, which will be in April. And we all need to protect our energy and be aware of what kind of energy we're in and what we're giving and what we're receiving. So this is a great class to assist us with that. And if you're interested in learning another or your first soul translation modality, the next class will be in March on Tuesdays, March 10th, 17th, and 24th at 6 p.m. Eastern with Laota. And Laota will be teaching the modality of reclaiming your sovereignty with freedom release. And freedom release is all about bringing back all the little energies that we've given out, knowingly or unknowingly. Many unknowing, when we sign those user agreements to use an app or a credit card. We sign things and we're giving a little bit away. So we can reclaim it if we so choose. And Laota will be showing us how to do that. So the only prerequisite for soul translation is the sun calibration class. And if you haven't taken it yet, it is available as a recorded class. So you can contact Of the Sun at contact@ofthesun.com for information on that. And if you have any questions about any classes or you need some assistance in the sun calibration, the sun calibration is about getting yes and no answers with our bodies. You can reach out for some tutoring with Lauren of the Sun, and that's at ofthesun.com as well. And it's a very reasonable $35 an hour. And Lauren is a wonderful calibrator. She's a wonderful tutor to help bring forward some confidence with you. So check that out. And also, if you'd like to be a guest on a Wednesday or a Friday live stream, you're an of the Sunner and you'd like to be a guest, please email me at info@inlakeshstudio1.com. I'd be happy to entertain any ideas. And if you have any questions about any class with Of the Sun, you can reach out at contact@ofthesun.com. So this wraps up our announcements. And so I invite you to join me in raising our vibration. Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the truth? Shall we call to see the truth in all that we see? Shall we call to hear the truth in all that we hear? Shall we have the courage to speak the truth? And shall we invite nothing less than the truth into all of our experiences? All right. I just want to acknowledge everyone tonight. Thank you for joining. So thank you, Stephanie Singletary, Leon Eri, Tavares of the Sun, Cece Tree, Stacy, and Lakesh and Veritas, everyone. Thank you so much for joining tonight. So tonight, in our Divine Nation workshop, we will be going through the cards, the Call for the Truth Divination cards. And these are cards that were created by Lauta Rasul, Lauta of the Sun, and they are a companion to her book that she wrote, Call for the Truth. And the book, we did a book club with Lauta, a conversation, and she had quite a bit of good insights into the book and how she wrote it. And also she read a few pages. So if you missed the actual live session, it is on this YouTube channel, so you can watch it. And if you're interested in an autographed copy of the book, I have some at inlakeshstudio1.com. So you can check that out as well. There also is an ebook available at ofthesun.com or inlakeshstudio1.com. And it is also available as an audiobook. And the audiobook I found on Spotify. So it's wonderful to just listen to as well. So the cards that she created these cards, and Tavares did the beautiful artwork on them. So the cards have many, many, many layers. They have a maxim, which is a quote from Lota. Many of them are from her book, and some are from classes and other speakings that she's done. There's a topic, there's a color, there's a number. It's related to a Platonic solid, and it relates to one of our chakras in our body system, our energy centers. And so as we go through the card reading tonight, we'll go through each of the layers for each card. So tonight, what we do, we start out by clearing the cards and synchronizing and harmonizing with the cards as they have consciousness. And ask for the cards to bring the truth tonight for the question. And the question for tonight is, what is the truth, information, and message that we need to know for all that's on the call and that will be watching this video regarding our new identity? And I'm also asking, how many cards shall we do tonight for a reading? Shall we do a 1-card reading, a 3-card reading, a 9-card reading? I am directed to do a 3-card reading tonight. And when I ask these questions, I use my sun calibration. I use my body for a yes or no answer. So this is another way to use the sun calibration of body pendulum. So as I'm shuffling, I'm asking the cards to bring forth the truth message that we need to know tonight for each of us about our new identity. Releasing the old identity, bringing in the new identity for the new world. Okay. So, all right. This is the past card. And this card is, let me see if I can get it in there where you can read it. This is a truth card. And this, the maxim says, let he who calls for the truth in the time of lies be prepared for war. And the book further states, draw the sword of truth. So this is the past card. And the past card is about our past. However, they still affect us. And the past events can either hold us back or have the potential to help us move forward. So as we're looking at the truth, and we are calling for the truth in the time of lies, which is now, be prepared for war. And that means the war within ourselves, not any external war, but within us. So what lies are we telling ourselves? What truth do we need to bring forward? What lies do we see in our other selves that are outside of us? Because everyone outside of us and everything outside of us is a reflection of us. So as we draw that sword of truth for ourselves, we assist what we see in our experience. So this card is, we'll start with the chakra. So it is related to the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is about truth, sound, and communication. And the throat chakra is about speaking, but it's also about hearing. So when we call for the truth, we call to see the truth, hear the truth, and speak the truth. Have the courage to speak the truth. So all of those are pertinent. And this is the color blue, which is peaceful and calm, relaxation and trust, loyalty, sincerity, reliability, and communication. So we also need to be aware of the flip side, which is coldness, depressing, and gloomy. And sometimes people say, I'm having a blue day. Well, make that blue the truth and happiness and peaceful and calm instead of the gloominess and depression and coldness. Flip that blue. And this is the number 5. And number 5 is freedom, change, adventure. Curiosity and constant activity produce a resourceful, adaptable, and versatile entity, always ready to take a chance. Number 5 is midpoint in the cycle 1 through 9, and it allows for decision making. It is a pivotal point in which the equations, now encased in flesh and form, must decide upon their future in the rest of the cycle 6 through 9. I think that's really important that this is a past card, but it is about our future. And so our new identity, we need to decide what is our new identity, which is really our true identity when we get rid of all the lies that are within us. That is really our true identity, our authentic self. And this relates to the Platonic solid of the dodecahedron. And this is about ascension or ascension, divinity, oneness, connecting with our spirit energy. So these are things to think about with this card that was in the past, but still affects us now in the present and the future. So, does anyone have any comments they'd like to share on this card? I see there are a few comments here. Love this. In Lacution Veritas, honor, respect, and gratitude, integrity, discipline, action. Much gratitude and loving light to you, Diane, and of the Sun Universe. Thank you, Gina. And Tavars, that's right, Diane. Flip that blue. Yes. We need to get that blue, the blue energy moving forward. All righty. So let's get on to the present card. And the present card is freedom. Oh, I love this. Well, I love every card. So every card that comes up, I say I love this card because I do. They are so on point for everything. So this is the freedom card that is, as we free ourselves, we awaken the others. that are asleep. And this is critical mass. I'm not sure if you can see this, if you can read this. Um, and this is so important that this is about our new identity, our real identity, our truth. As we elevate ourselves and we awaken into this new world of the truth that's within us, that then we can reflect outside of us, we do affect others. And they can see that as well and be inspired. So this is so awesome. So this is about the number 8. And the number 8 is will assume power. It has achieved control and responsibility in its field. Recognition and financial rewards are bestowed, and growth in the business world takes place. 8 karma is king, and we reap what we have sown. Power is associated with the 8. Ardor, zeal, steadfastness, and the ability to see in broad terms give it ambition and the qualities needed to achieve material goals. So this is helpful in us moving forward. And this also is related to the well, it's above the head now. So it's not the dodecahedron or the chakra, the crown chakra. It's above the crown chakra. And so it's about glory and motivation. And the color rose is about romance, femininity, nurturing, unconditional love, affection, and hope. And the flip side is weak, immaturity, and inhibition. So we need to flip those. And the nurturing and unconditional love is for ourselves. All of this is an inside job. We always need to look inside first. We've been trained to look at other things outside of us to say, oh, they're making me do this or this or that. And that's not the case. We choose to decide. And as the number 5 is about deciding. So let's remember to bring that decision making through today and the future. And as we free ourselves, we awaken the others that are asleep. So we really can help others, especially as we awaken and free ourselves. One thing that I noticed that's been helping me is the light body movement. And so as we free ourselves with our light, we are awakening the others as well. So this is a wonderful, wonderful card. Are there comments? Oh, yes, there are a few comments here. Let me see. My favorite color has always been blue, and the more I learn, the more I realize the truth behind it for sure. Gina, that's so funny. My favorite color has always been blue too. And I understand now why I've needed it, the blue color for sure. And freedom is definitely what we need in the present. What a perfect reminder. Thank you, Gina. And Stacy, that's the lie, looking outside self and blaming others from the other card that we have to make war with. Yes, exactly. The lie is also that we've been taught to look outside of ourselves instead of us inside. Because everything, we create our life. And yes, we see things outside of us, but we've chosen to see that. So thank you for these comments. And we'll go on to the future card. All righty, another freedom card. And this is the freedom card that is related to the sacral chakra. And this card is, it is never that the option for free choice is not there. It is that it is not exercised. Free will or free won't. And this card is, I love, well, okay, I love this card. I love these cards. And so in the future, we need to make those choices that will help us move forward into our new identity, which is really the removing the layers of all the old things to get to our authentic self, which is our new identity in this. We need some new skills as we're moving forward into this world of deconstruction and things that are happening that have never happened before. We don't have the experience to fall back on. We need to move forward with our new experience. And how do we want that to be? We need to clear those lies and call for the truth. And since we've been calling for the truth for a long time, the truth is coming forward. So this card is the for the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is about creativity, sexuality, and pleasure. And this also is the divine feminine. And this is the color orange, about enthusiasm, optimism, creativity, warmth, invigoration, and stimulation. And the flip side is sluggishness, ignorance, and frustration. So when we see any of these flip side energies coming forward, we need to flip that with our enthusiasm, optimism, and be creative. Be creative. If you're feeling sluggish, say, what can I do about this? Or if there's something, and ignorance is about being ignorant of something where you don't know something. So how can you find out more about it? How can you be curious about it? And frustration. Why are you frustrated? There's nothing to be frustrated about. And that's only something within you. So these are things to work on within ourselves. And this is the number 2, which is the pair, the duo. It is changeable and adaptable and can be indecisive. So we need to make sure that we choose and decide. It is the go-between, the diplomat and the peacemaker, because unity can only be accomplished through harmony of the minds, a compromise on each side. Number 2 represents the feminine principle of receptivity, the divine feminine, which seeks the union of 2 distinct entities. And it is the gestation period in which things begin to form. Number 2 collects and assimilates. So we're getting information in this area when we're making our choice. So we get the information and we need to make that choice. And not be afraid of making a choice, because the choice is always the correct choice for us. And if we find that it didn't go the way we thought, we can make another choice and change it. And so that be flexible and be creative. And this also relates to the icosahedron, which is about transformation and creativity and the connection to the water energy. So it's very important in this chakra this is where we allow things to flow. We don't want to get stuck there. Keep things moving. As you make a choice, keep moving, keep making another choice, keep making another choice, because there's always choices to be made. And that is where we continue to go. So I think these cards came forward as a wonderful explanation for what we need to know about our new identity in the new world, calling for the truth in the time of lies, be prepared for war, make sure that we're directing that to ourselves. And as we free ourselves, we are awakening others that are asleep. So we are assisting humanity and others that are inspired by our truth. And as we move forward, we always need to remember to choose what we need to do and choose the truth. Choose the truth in all situations. So let's see about some more comments here. Gina says, perfect again. Today I meditated with my sacral chakra and healing my womb from past trauma in order to have freedom into my body. I learned techniques through light body movement. Awesome. Thank you, Gina. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, the light body movement. We do go through all these chakras, so we get into depth, extra depth with each of these chakras. And so the sacral chakra we just did last month in January, and we're on the solar plexus now. So I'll put these cards up again just to show you, if I can hold them up here. Just so you get an idea. You can see it's the blue, the throat chakra, and then above the head chakra for freedom, and then the sacral chakra. And so let's check out what the herbal allies have to say. So the herbal allies that have come forward, let's see, for the truth card, peppermint comes forward for the truth. And peppermint is actually the spokes herb for Call for the Truth cards. They clear lies in areas so that we can see, speak, hear, and feel the truth. And as you call for the truth, you can ask for assistance from your peppermint tea to clear the lies so you are able to see the truth in your experience. So peppermint is a wonderful tea to use. And then for the freedom cards, spearmint comes forward for the freedom cards. And the freedom, the spearmint tea is about creativity and free choice, flexibility and patience, sacrifice, new life, and the divine feminine. So peppermint and spearmint, that's kind of an interesting, you can have a combination of those, or you can do one or the other. Either one would be helpful if you have one or both of them. I think I might try to put them both together tonight. So thank you. Does anyone have any other comments about the session tonight or the cards? Any questions? If not, then we will close tonight, and I'll just reiterate a few of the announcements. This light body movement, once again, is every Sunday for the first 4 Sundays of every month at 6 p.m. Eastern. You can sign up at ofthesun.com, and those are in the description for this live stream. And if anybody would like to be a guest on any of the live streams on Wednesday or Friday, please email me at info@inlakeshstudio1.com. And join us next Friday for the Divine Nation Workshop again at 7 p.m. And Tavares of the Sun will be joining us as a guest. So I hope you'll join us next week as well. And don't forget the In Lakesh Studio One's Evolutionary Book Club for the Golden Compass. So if you have a chance to read that or watch the movie, listen to it. This also is on audio and Spotify. So I hope to see you soon. Maybe next Wednesday at midday meditation, or next Friday at the Divine Nation Workshop. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you again for commenting in the chat, and thank you for being here. In Lakesh and Veritas, with honor, respect, gratitude, integrity, discipline, and